Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine Infinity Evolved server. And yes, I do look like a blue bunny rabbit right now. Goofy teeth and all. Look at them peckers. Nom 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 nom. Give me a carrot. This is... It's pants on head hat. Yes, it's pants on head hat. What more needs saying? Today, I've got a few things to show you. I don't know if I'm going to get anything done during the episode because I'm going to have to show you these things first. This is my solution to the issues I was having with the trader mats in a previous episode. Not having them adjoining. Lone Wolf did me the favour of chopping out the ones that were still here with his admin creativity, getting rid of those. And I've moved all the gubbins from down under there to under here. Now, it looks cool. I like it. This is how it probably would have ended up looking if it was in the window here. And I might have preferred it being in the window, to be honest. But I've done it this way around. Because that's a chunk border just there. Going down between there, and there. Which means that if I'd done it this way, if I'd done this plan the other way around, I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks just there instead of 6 blocks over there. So I might use that space for something else in the future. But for right now, this is how it's working out, okay? So, I have set it up so that my hypermarket is unclaimed in the center chunk, the one I'm standing in right now, but is claimed on those two. So that means that nobody can interact and break and move blocks and stuff in this chunk or in that chunk over there, which means that only I can mess around with the gubbins behind the trader mats. So the trader mats will link directly to the chests behind them, and only I can access the chests. People can access the trader mats though. So it's kind of like a compromise, and I've set these benches out here on the chunk border to do the same sort of thing. These are just micro blocks, by the way. Just trendy looking micro blocks. I kind of liked it. It's kind of a funky modern with a kind of an old wood feel to it, but still kind of modern. And then this is the dispenser system. So we've got dirt, which goes in there as yellow, right, for dirt. And then we've got the 2 dirt for 1 stone. We've got the dirt for cobblestone. We've got the dirt for gravel. And we've got the dirt for sand taking 2 processes, and we've got the dirt for glass taking 3 processes. So a very simple system, and generally it's here for people to kind of get rid of the dirt that they don't want. And I'm probably going to have to do something the other way round as well, so that people can get rid of the cobblestone they don't want. But cobblestone, you can get a cobblestone gen, so I'm not doing it quite that easily. You can make smooth stone as fast as I can, and you can make gravel off pulverizing cobble into sand, and you get a gravel byproduct. So as easily as I've made all of my stuff, someone else could make all of these things themselves. Of course, this is a modded server. Everyone's got the ability to just copy that kind of ideal and make their own resources. But this is the resource that they can't get that way. And when I run out of stock, I run out of stock. We'll see what happens. See whether I can come up with another idea. I do know macerating plant balls and that kind of stuff from IC2 that I might get into later. But let's take a look at this. Now, there is a small change that I want to make, but I will do that very shortly. Let me get a crescent hammer out. Where'd I put it? Put it in this one. There we go. I just wanted to explain it to you guys first, and I thought this was the simplest way to show you what's going on. It's all pretty much the same as in that episode of a block shop bot shop. It's all doing the same sort of things. We've got these regulating a stack going into the chest. So it'll keep a stack in there at all times, which means that the trading will have at least a stack of stock at all times, right? So there's that. Let me get rid of this, F9. And they're all pretty much the same. The setup below, making the materials, is all pretty much the same. These translocators are all set up all the same. And this item duct is pulling out of the chests, and it's pulling out only dirt in the same way. Over here, I was having it running underneath the chests. Here, though, I've put it going up and over the chests. And one of the things that I want to change about that is take this and this. I want to make it slightly more compact. So I'm going to take those down from out there. There we go, get those. I would like to take you and put the sand back in there quick. And then what I want to do is put this item duct running across here and stop it going into that chest and stop it going into there. So it's literally running across this way. And then from the underside, if I can get into the underside this way, I guess I can go this way. From the underside, I can then have the translocators moving the items from barrel to chest that way. And now I can't physically get in there to do it properly. Oh well. So it's the second one in. Let's see if we can fix it. Second one in there. So that's there. That's there. This has the little nodule on it. And it's sand, isn't it? So let's get a stack of sand. Gimme, 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 gimme. Give me that stack of sand. Give me the stack of sand. It's just going to float there forever now. Okay, let's break the block here. Fly up a little bit. Yeah, we got it, we got it, we got it. Okay, and then knock that with this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Regulate just a stack, please. Thank you. I pushed it first, didn't I? And now that chest has got tons in. So I can put that back in the barrel. Okay, and I'm left with a stack and 8. It automatically filled from this thing just so quickly. Oh well, that's okay. So now that's working exactly the same, but from the underside, right? And I want to do that with the other one as well, but I'll do that in a minute off the camera. Where am I going? All this is lined up exactly the same. I'll just show you that while I'm still down here, because I seem to be stuck down here. Nothing letting me out. Thank you. Nope. Thank you. And you go there. Okay. So that's the block shop. I've just got that last little squeezy touch to finish off here, just to sort that bit out. But then this all goes into this end chest over here, which is dirt into there, right? So the dirt may be going into the barrel here on this occasion, but it's going into there. And I'm thinking of having a translocator pulling out from there into the barrel, so that there's only ever regulated one stack in the chest. And then it's all nice and neat and compact. It doesn't go more than a couple of blocks high. Well, 3 blocks high and 6 blocks wide. And it looks fairly cool, I think. So, yeah, there's that. Not much else has been going on over here. I've taken out the applied energistic stuff from downstairs so that I can take it over to the new base. Taken all my discs and turned this off, so everything's done. Has this got any stuff in? Nope. So there's nothing to worry about in there. It's just got some gold dust in there. And this is out. Out of energy, out of power. And I've used it all up on a big fat quarry. I did a bit of quarrying, so now that's completely empty. And I got to get some more yellowite sorted out. I may have to manually fetch it, actually, because I've been doing most of my work in the Nether. Okay, so this is my little transfer portal across, and that was to keep this part of the base chunk loaded. These portals do a chunk loader. So if you see here, this is inside of a chunk. So I made sure that everything that was receiving from the quarry was inside the chunk, and then I used the portal there to keep this chunk loaded. But now I have finished the quarry. I can press R when holding my portal gun and get rid of all the portals and stop loading that chunk at spawn and stop loading that chunk here. I was using it as a portal way as well. I was using it for what it was designed for, as well as a chunk loader for this while I was offline. And put a void upgrade on the netherrack to get rid of the netherrack, but this is the spoils of taking one chunk of the nether in the quarry from bedrock to bedrock. Bedrock ceiling to bedrock floor, one chunk gave me all of that. Not too bad, not too shabby. I've got plenty of this sulfur ore, which probably went down to the lava levels. A little bit of ardite, a bit of sapphire, a bit of cobalt. There's a bit of emerald, a bit of tin. There was a bit of pig iron somewhere as well. Ferrous, iron, iron ore, gold ore, diamond ore, coal ore, some infernal bees, and some other bits and pieces. Some of this draconium dust and all that. Pretty cool haul from a quarry in the nether. What I wanted to do really was quarry the nether out so that there's no mobs around me. So it's just a lava lake. Something that I've spent weeks and weeks doing on the Hypermine vanilla server. And I could possibly do while offline in a quarry in this place. So over here there's not really been any stuff touched. Let me just check on something. Yellow right. Oh yes, awesome. So let's get all of that processed because I've just run out. Where is my hopper? There it is. Oh, and I've run out of lava as well. That was another little job I had to take care of, and I forgot to come back and check on it the second time. Let's go ahead and quickly take care of that. I think it's down this corridor down here. Let's go and have a look. This is where I've been getting all my lava from just recently. But do I have the pump in my bag, actually? Yes, I've actually got the pump in my bag. So I'll set that up when we go into the nether next. Because that's the next place to go to have a look. I'll set that up and then pump it directly over to my tank. And then that can come into here and sort all this out. This isn't chunk loaded. So there'll be nothing going on inside my base while this isn't chunk loaded, so it's not going to get it all done, but it'll get the first few bars done at least, so I've got something to come back online to, and then power up the systems and all that kind of stuff. Let's get over into the nether. This is where I'm running around just doing my general routine, where as soon as I log in, this is what I'm doing. So I've got a book back to spawn, and I've got a book to here. I've got my elevator shaft here, which basically the open blocks elevators all the way up, fling, and then up the top here I've got where I put my quarry down, and the quarry looks like it's stopped, maybe because it's out of power because of the tesseract not bringing any energy because the big reactor's out, but it has done this entire area so far. Let me just check this. I've got plenty of fuel. Okay, let's have a look now. Quarries don't tend to like lava. They stop digging when they get to lava. And we've dug out this whole chunk all the way down to lava level. Let's see. Lava level. So it's pretty much down at the lowest point. Here's where my portal comes out, just behind this wall. And this is pretty much lava level. Lava lakes down here. And the quarry has managed to get down to the lava lake. So look at all that lava down here. So this is where I want to set up my lava pump. But I also want to dig out this area around me, because most of it's suspended above the lava lake. And if I can dig a big chunk out and get it down to the lava level, that the lava lake's all around, and just keep one chunk in the center, then that's almost exactly what I was trying to do on the Hypermine vanilla server, but just have to do it by hand on the Hypermine vanilla server. So yeah, haven't made as much progress as now I've got a quarry to do it for me. So let's get this out of there. There we go. And take this back as well, because that can't work for anything now. I'm happy enough that that has done as much as it possibly can, and that lava down there is mine for the taking. So how do I set this up? Well, I need some blocks for a start. Let's take some sandstone blocks, because why not? And I'll put it... this looks like the deepest corner. I'm going to mark it out like this. I always do it slightly away from the edge, just so that it's not directly on the edge. And then set it up like this. So pump. I'll put the quarry away and get the pump out. Buildcraft is awesome for all these tools. Get the pump out and use the ender tank and the magmatic dynamo, and where is the other thing? The portable tank. Here we go. And set these up quickly. So I use the magmatic dynamo to power the pump. I use the ender tank as a receiver from the pump so that the lava goes straight into there, and then this delivers, or this output. This is on output. So this tank and the tank on the other end output. So this outputs into the tank at the other end and stores the lava, but this one will output into this portable tank. Now, normally I've seen that it's supposed to come in the top and go out the bottom, or something similar. It can only work top or bottom, but these ender tanks seem to interact with it slightly differently. So if I've got a bucket of lava, I should be able to kickstart everything. Actually, I've already got a bit of lava in that one. So let's take that back and put this one instead and turn it to output. That will get that started. That will possibly get this started. It won't necessarily start kicking in and getting everything until that has reached all the way down to the bottom. But when it hits lava, it will then work upstream and take the highest source block it can find from around, which means it'll take all the source blocks of the lava lake that it can find all around until it can't drain anymore, which means basically that this is just going to sit there giving me infinite lava for a long time to come yet. And hopefully, all this will be working perfectly for, well, next time I come. This isn't chunk loaded, of course, so I do need to think about investing in those kind of things if I'm relying on the power. But at the minute, there's only one other magmatic dynamo that uses lava power. One other dynamo, and it's got a big tank of reserves back at base. Well, at the hypermarket. So I don't have to worry too much about running out of lava. I just wanted to get things set up ready for the future. And when we go into the Silicon Valley base, this my HQ, this may have something lava related in the future, but it might be a bit more IC2 lava related, because there's a geothermal generator in that. So I'm going to have a quick sleep over. Well, I'll just sleep here. Gonna have a quick sleep, see if anybody else can sleep as well and get the whole night away. Now we're back here. Hello, people. Sleep. Sleep. I think Lapis is on streaming at the minute. Ah, there we go. Was that somebody logged off? No. I didn't see who did that then. It's just me on my own. Somebody just went into the Nether or something. There we go. That'll do it. Okay, so daytime. Let's have a look at here. Have I still got enough pack juice? Yes, I have. Okay, so where was I when I last showed you around? I know I haven't advanced much further. I've still got the walls up, and I haven't done any of the roof over this side. I haven't focused on this side. I've focused on that side over there. So as you can see, the first level is complete, going into the central pillar, or the central office area that's going to go straight through the middle. And the first floor of offices, as it were, factory offices, are now set up. And I'm quite pleased with the design of the one that I've fully completed. This side was just sort of like a bumbling test project area. Just, I needed all these machines here working so I could make the other parts to make other machines elsewhere. And I need to put those in their final location, but I haven't quite yet. Let me go and take you inside and show you the full feel of things. Okay, so this is my Silicon Valley office block. I've got a little bit of glowstone cover over here, chiseled glowstone as well, so it looks like cool lights above you in an office-y type thing. But it's got that really epic grandeur of some sort of really rich office. Like, they've got too much money, so they've spent it all on marble trimmings and things to make the place look good. Got some little Minecraft images, pictures, and again, little glowstone strips just stuck in the side there, just to keep the place fully lit. So we've got half slabs on the floor, but the occasional block here and there gets lit up, and the whole place is very bright, isn't it? Very, very bright, considering I'm fully closed. We've got glowstone covers there. They're actually on the same level as the half block or the stair, so they're not indented into the next level. They're flush with the top up there. And they look pretty cool up there, and I like the design and the pattern through here. And I've got the pillars that are sort of like symbolising they're going through the whole place and holding the whole place up. They're all kind of in situ now, and I quite like those. I've been toying around with these oak fancy signs to try and figure out whether they're going to do the job, but I might put up some sort of industrial craft sign up there with a green light behind it or something. But generally this is a nice little lobby area, little hallway area that goes into the 2 rooms. I've got this room here which is virtually finished, and this room here which was just my temporary set things up and do stuff. And speaking of which, that's why I've got that bat box there, just to set that up, just so I can do that. And also, I made a macerator to be powered so I can macerate stuff when a recipe calls for it. I got this little setup moved over, but I've put a tesseract there instead now, so I just turn the tesseract on when I've got something in there and to power it. When I've got some power from the big reactor, that is, which I don't have at the minute. The other tesseract has been removed from there, but I did have another one for this. But then I went and used the quarry or the pump or something like that. And then through into this side is where I'm working to start off with. A little bit more explaining to do, and then I'm going to just get on with doing the other things before next episode. It's kind of... I've already gone over stuff, I've already shown you stuff, like that stuff in there, through there. The basics, I just want to automate it, so I can request things and keep track of things. So this is a very simple sand and silicone creation system. We've got an igneous extruder down here, which is just a cobble gen. Doesn't use the water, doesn't use the lava, just makes cobblestone. Cobblestone goes that way to stock, and up there to pulverize into sand with a byproduct of gravel. Same as my block shop. Sand goes that way. Sand also goes this way. Sand gets pulverized again into silicon that we use a lot of in AE and other things. But to keep the number of silicon that I've got down, I've only put one of these little mini chests from Extra Utilities in that only allows you to put a stack in. So it's literally 1 stack of silicon goes in the mini chest, and then 2 stacks backlog into the pulverizer, which means the sand backlogs in the pulverizer. Doesn't use any energy, doesn't do anything per tick or anything until there's a block update. So it just stays dormant still. And then this is putting all of the sand into stores. And the sand plus the dust from Applied Energistics makes the seeds. And the seeds and the dusts and combinations and all that kind of crafting and sorting out, throwing stuff in the pool and powering it, and doing the charged crystals and potentially automating these inscribers. All of that kind of stuff I'm going to do off camera. I've shown it somewhere before in a previous episode and in a previous series, so I'm not going to do it all again. I'm going to say that's enough of that one, and I'm just going to do it over here and show you at the start of the next episode quickly how cool it all looks. Because I'm trying to keep it so that it looks compact, it looks organised, it looks like a clean, well-run factory office type place. Right? Not too industrial that it needs a factory, not too dirty that it needs a factory, more a scientific research centre. That kind of cool looking feel to it. Yeah, nice and clean. And I've put the crafting terminal in the corner here. Actually, it's got no power at the minute, but that's because I turn everything off. And these cool factory blocks also get turned into AE covers, so that happens there. Just had to take a swig of coffee because I've talked to death straight away from the start of this episode to right now. So, one last thing before we end up, and this has been a show and tell, talky little episode. One last thing before the one last thing. Microblocks again. I've cut glowstone strips and put glowstone strips down here, so there's no torches in the place. The place is all well lit by strips of glowstone that are put down around the skirting board, all the way around here, giving the windows a nice bright feel. It's clean looking, and then I put some aluminium strips from a block of aluminium around here. I've still got the little nog ends to do there. I did a few of them. I've done a few nog ends already. And then double up the aluminium strip and you get a thicker aluminium post, which I put round the bottom of the marble pillars, which I thought looked pretty cool. And then we've got glowstone strips up the side of the door here to keep all this doorway and everything nice and clean. And the whole place is well lit, and you can't see a single torch, and it all blends in lovely, and I'm really pleased with the design work. I've just got to duplicate it for every single room and every single floor, but I'll just get a stock of things and I'll be fine, building up the levels as we go. Right, one more thing. We don't need to go through the portal again, that's it. One more thing, we've got an elevator here. I was unsure about where to put my elevator. I was thinking in the middle here, going through past the light, but then that would stand proud from the half slabs. So I decided not to do that. So these little symmetrical pieces here are going to be the elevator shafts. And literally, using the elevator, I can get up to the next level. At the minute, I'm only getting onto the in-between level, where the power and everything runs between floors. And to the items on each floor, it goes down. So I've got a little setup down there, which means that I've got power going down to it, and I've got the AE system going down to it. I have to worry about channels and all that kind of efficiency with channels and stuff, but we'll go into that another episode, because once I start adding tons to it, I'm going to need to start worrying about channels and AE2 and all that. More complicated issues. I just want to get the auto-processing of the basic materials so I can make all the things really quickly and not have to handcraft everything all day, every day. But what we've got going on here is in between the two pillars. You can see the pillars there and the pillar there. The pillar in the corridor and the pillar in the office itself has a gap in it. That particular one goes to the Applied Energistics terminal in the room there. But it's going to be where the AE system runs from the base all the way up through to the top. I'm going to have an AE 32 channel cable running down there, and I'm going to have a 32 channel cable running down there, and potentially I've got another couple of places where I could also run a 32 channel cable, or maybe less, maybe in the mountain if I have to. But that should be able to bring, well, if I've got 32 on that side and 32 on that side, I've got 64 channels. If I try really hard and encourage myself to use like only an input and an output onto the AE system per room, then I should be able to do that. This one over here has already got four channels on it, which are all storage buses. So, meh. I've got to be careful not to use up too many channels all over the place. And then these other posts here, which are the same places between the two pillars, I'm going to have the power running up between. And this is RF power on this side. So I'm going to have to do something about powering this side with RF power. But the RF power cables going all the way through here, and the AE cables going all the way through on this side. And then over there we'll have something similar with the AE, but we'll have IC2 power powering that side, because I've got a few other things that I want to do over there. All in all, though, that is a lot of work done in preparation for next week's bunch of episodes. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Let me pants on my head. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. I best not jump anywhere because I've got no jetpack on. I will see you, well, my pants will see you in the next episode on the Hypermine server playing Infinity Evolved. Look how evolved I am today. I'm wearing pants on my head. Yes. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.